The 2026 FIFA World Cup is well underway, and I'm sure there are plenty of kids at home who have discovered a newfound love for the sport of soccer. But as kids start to gravitate toward the field, it's important that they know how to stay healthy while playing and prevent injuries from occurring. Fox 61's Alexa Harley has more on how kids can stay safe on the pitch.
Yeah, I spoke with Dr. John Williams with Middlesex Health, and he is on the Family Medicine Residency Program. We talked about the risk for injuries on the pitch and what kids and their parents can do to stay healthy and stay safe.
Well, there's a lot of risk of injury. Soccer's a lot of fun, but certainly a risk for some injuries as well. So there's some things we can do to be more prepared for those. I think one of the more important things is stretching and warming up. I know sometimes it's hard to get to places on time. I could speak for that myself with some kids of my own, but making sure you get there on time to stretch, warm up, and be ready to go when you're actually ready to play.
Obviously, warming up is important before practice. What about afterward? What's some of the things that they can do afterward to prevent injury?
After the game too, very important to make sure that you're cooling down, doing some light stretching as well before you're ready to get in the car and go back home will also help prevent some of those lower leg injuries that we're concerned about during soccer.
And of course, it's hot, it's summertime, kids should be drinking water. Do you have a recommendation on that front?
Yeah, so I think one of the most important things, especially as we talk about the summertime, is hydration. Hydration the night before, making sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. That's something we forget about a lot, is making sure you're hydrated the day before the game. And then the day of, making sure you're taking those breaks. And we talked about the World Cup. This is the first time there's mandated hydration breaks during the World Cup game. So if they're doing water breaks, we should take water breaks too.
What can parents do to almost kind of encourage their kids to make sure that they are taking care of themselves both on and off the field?
Yeah, so in addition to the hydration that we talked about, making sure you're eating well, some good carbohydrates the night before a game, some protein the day of the game, and making sure you're getting plenty of rest too. I know it's really exciting. Maybe it's hard to go to bed the day before a game, but making sure you're getting plenty of good rest. If you're feeling anything that doesn't feel right, you have to let your parents know. Those injuries can get worse if you're not paying attention to them. Injuries that are occurring, especially head injuries, very important.
With head injuries, what are some of the signs, symptoms parents should look out for off the field to maybe see that there's an issue and they should keep their kid off the field for a couple days?
So head injuries talked about a lot, very important. Brain health is super important. So if there's any concern that your child isn't acting appropriately, there's a lot of different symptoms that come with concussions. So if in doubt, hold them out. Making sure they go see their physician, get clear to return to play. And if they did get diagnosed with a concussion, making sure that there's a gradual return to play to keep them safe.
And Dr. Williams also told me that kids should take breaks throughout the year to keep their bodies healthy and well rested. And then once it's time to head back out and get back on the practice field, he says that kids should gradually get back into the swing of things just to protect their bodies from further injury. And we'll have all this information and much more available on our website. That's fox61.com. In studio, Alexa Harley, Fox 61 Sports.